Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity 2. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as I go into the Vitmouth over here. And we need to ask...
The blinding light of the breach pulses in time with the heartbeat of Aora.
Oh!
Your soul pulses in response.
We're not asking Rimmergand right now. Huh, I'm gonna enter the breach. Am I going in alone? Hopefully not. I mean, if we're not gonna fight, it doesn't matter. It makes sense that I would go in alone. I don't. And following certain death. That's quite... Hopefully not. Oh, freaking hell, there's a soul collector over there. Yeah, Rimmergan sort of warned me that, that I shouldn't expect special treatment. Well, they shouldn't expect special treatment. Come here. No, you're gonna come back. Okay, what is that? That's a Scourge. Because that looks very much like the Beast of Winter right there. Okay, so let's get a dragon up in here. Let's see what they are resilient to. Yeah, they don't like fire all that much, which is great. I do appreciate that. Is that fire damage? That is fire damage. But this one is fire damage as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Right there. Okay. So, off to a bad start, because the KO is taking damage. But apart from that, everything is good. We have Shodi done with that, which is very nice. I can get this right there. I actually didn't look at their defenses. They're not that strong, so I think we're going to be totally okay. I can also paralyze them a little bit. No, I can't, because of course I can't. Let's get some of that. Takeo, yeah, he's doing fine. That guy is my sound? Yeah, my sound is correct. Why is he all hunched over? The soul collector. The sound is weird right now. Maybe it's because of where I'm looking. So Shodi's taking damage. Bad news. Let's try to make sure that doesn't transpire into us losing her. Or her getting an injury anyway. No, it's going pretty well. And there's the sun coming up. Right there. Please don't kill her. And I think... Nope. She got sickened. And hit. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's... This guy's pretty strong. This guy is very, very strong. Okay, let's try this. No, actually, let's try that, but with that. And then you have the maggots thingy. Let's do that. It's going well, don't worry about it. Infestation of maggots working out quite alright. We're gonna need a little bit of a protection over here. So I'll go ahead and do that. Hopefully. Nah, the Scourge is still on Shodi, unfortunately. And here comes... That axe is made out of bone for the most part, but I don't know if that is part of the bone as well. Because that'd be cool if it's like a big hip bone and they just cut it to make it, you know, into the shape of an axe. Nah, it's good. It's good. Not having Maya over here definitely makes the last little bit of the battle quite a lot harder. And that is a paralysis for 7 seconds, and of course lowered... Nah, no, not lower resistances, as far as I can tell. Okay, he got woken up for some reason. Did you notice? Or did I misread that? Okay. That is a lot of chunks of meat going all over the place. No, we're good. We're good. That, yeah. That is a thing. So we're getting a little bit of regeneration. We have Unstable Soul Essence. That adds health. Restored... Wait, what? An AoE? As soul energy collects, it can become volatile over time. The charge of the various constituent souls are so disparate that the faintest touch can collapse it, resulting in an explosion of essence. That is a bomb for healing. That's really cool. We didn't have one of those, did we? Primal Wind over here is just an ingredient. I just want Adraban. That's all I need. Oh, we're getting the... I don't know the name of this particular song. This one is the best. This is the best one for the whole soundtrack. Oi! You murdered them!
You followed me into the abyss? Have you so little respect for the scant years your fragile form affords you?
The dragon growls through sword-like teeth, yet the meaning behind the sounds rings within your mind.
I know not why the short-sightedness of Kith continues to surprise me. Leave while the option remains, lest you be bound here as I am.
What are you?
Circumstance does not afford me time to address ridiculous queries.
You're not trapped here, you just attacked Harbinger's watch.
A simple understanding of a complex situation.
Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward to me.
I imagine so.
Hey, was that an insult?
Yes. Yes, it was. The great reptile's head cranes to the right, turning a glowing eye upon you. A snort flares her nostrils.
Descend into the void or do not. I care neither way. But know that within its depths do all things encounter their endings.
I was gonna say, whoa, she didn't attack me, and then all of a sudden she almost attacked me. In the silence that follows the dragon's descent, a faint twinge plays along the hair on your arms. After a moment you realize that the sensation stems from your soul, a faint echo of essence across your watcher's senses. The fractured pieces of the armored spirit you saw rush to battle... The fractured species of the armored spirit you saw rush to battle Nerisian, the dragon, reach out to you, the fractured pieces do, beckoning. Okay. So, collect the soul fragments. I absolutely, I will. This reminds me of, well, it's the realm of Barath a little bit. Faintly pulsing strands of soul essence collect here as if seeking one another's comfort. As you reach out to it with your spirit, the broken soul seems to peer back at you. The damned dragon hisses as you drive the mace upward into the bottom of its jaw. It attempts to bat you away from the Vidmath, but you duck beneath its claw. You jam the edge of your shield into the side of its neck. You will not again allow it passage into the world of the living. With an abrupt shock of pain, the vision ends. The strands of the surrounding, sundered soul cling to you like cobwebs. Okay. That was an update. That's an addendum, though. Collect the soul fragments. Yeah, it's probably... I found a piece of the Guardian's fragmented soul. What Guardian? Why'd you call it the Guardian? I mean, journals... in RPGs sometimes are spoilery. This game tends to do a good job on that, though, to be honest. But that one, I don't know. How do we know it's the Guardian? Or are we just coming up with a name on the spot? Because Guardian might mean that it is single-handedly responsible for keeping the messenger here, or because I can't pronounce her name. Nectarine? That's her name. It's a much more beautiful name, even though she's undead. The faintly pulsing strands of soul essence stretch towards you, interweaving with those you collected before. The spirit grows stronger within you. It's an honor, your mother told you. The altar of the Klein rarely sends for Gandhur among the clans, but your heart breaks as the land recedes behind the ship. You never noticed it before, such warmth for your frigid home, but it is stark as day in its absence. You'll sail north, the captain tells you, keeping well to the west of Nasitak and its stout defenders. The journey will take weeks, but it'll be quicker, he says as he points you towards the oars, if you're rowing with the rest of us. The roiling essence settles within you. I like the style of interweaving the semi-narrator with a indirect dialogue, I think it's what it's called. There's a name for like a for what that was. The journey will take weeks, period. But it will be quicker, he says as he points you towards the oars, if you're rowing with the rest of us. It's really interesting. I think this is the grammatically correct way of doing it, even though I wouldn't do it for my own thing, but that's why I like it more, because I wouldn't do it like that. Well, that's not a rule for everything, but still, I like it more like this, because it's so weird. So this sort of, this is narration, this is indirect dialogue, normal indirect dialogue, like a narrator would do. But it's still the narrator saying the thing that a character says, and this has a specific name in prose, and I don't know the name of it, but it's like a really cool effect that it's often used in informal speech, but when converted into text, it's a lot less common, so it is pretty cool to see it like that, and it sort of threw me for a loop the way it was said at the end, so that's why I liked it. The faintly pulsing strands of soul essence stretch toward you, interweaving with those you collected before. Rinhadir, Olrin's daughter, dragged away before the elders for wandering. Never leave the clan without another, they'd said before. Would say again, each time drumming it into her shoulders with a staff of etched bone. The land is one of endings, the Beast of Winter's dread the Mesne. The what now? What is the Mesne? That can't be a typo. This game doesn't have typos. That's one thing you can say about Pillars of Eternity. There's no typos here. The land is one of endings. The Beast of Winter's dread, the Mesne. I think that is not a possessive S. That is a is. The Beast of Winter is dread the Mesne, and the Mesne means like incarnate or something, maybe? Where he lurks beneath the snow above the stars. No. The Mesne might mean like that is a possessive S. That means like home, maybe, or a lair, or hunting grounds. The land is one of endings. The Beast of Winter's dread hunting grounds, because dread can be a noun as well as an adjective, and as well as a verb. Where he lurks beneath the Beast of Winter, right? Not the dragon. Where he lurks beneath the snow above the stars, and within red fangs and claws. Never walk alone. The girl will not learn. Bjarnlifol tells them, for her ears are frozen shut. She wants to hit him, but he's a bare-blooded adult grown, and she but a gawkish child of fish and berries, is not worth another drumming. The elder silences him. She will learn, the wizened elf answers, or she will die. Regardless, she belongs to Rimmergand and not to you. The reconstituted soul pulses like a heart. And we got it again. Okay, so still not a quest update, which means there are more. Those god rays over there are sort of interesting. Let's go down here. Let's also save. And of course, that style, that weird sort of indirect way of saying things from a character continues all throughout the soul, which just adds to the to all throughout the different fragments, I should say, which adds to the ambiance and to the reason it's there in the first place. And I really like that sort of stuff. It's while the writing in this DLC feels a little bit different, a little bit like it's different. You can tell. I would wager the editor is not the same for this DLC, or at least the team is not the same. The team of editors. The writers themselves, of course, might change all over the place, but the writing for the DLC is a little bit different. But it is really interesting when specific characters and specific things have different writing styles. I like that a lot. You've only approached the essence before it sweeps towards you, drawn into the growing soul, clinging to your own frigid cold washes over you. You have to ignore the screaming to shut it out and focus. The dragon's at the doors, and you're but moments before it's breached them, before it's reached the Vidmouth, to sup the Rimmergand's gate, on Rimmergand's gateway, as it has so many of your kin. You will not allow it. In your prayers, you open the way to Rimmergand. Why is that not italicized? Forging a road to your soul, or a road of your soul, for the here through the beyond and into the very depths of the white void. He accepts. From the here through the beyond into the... Yeah. He accepts. The fifth mouth opens. Winter claims all. Huh. I think that's the... I think that is the that's italicized. That's what if you want to italicize something when you're doing something like this, you need to unitalicize. That's basically an inversion. So what that is just a reinforcement of what's before this of what was being said. The soul will not allow it. The dragons at the doors. So that's how the soul got trapped in here. In prayers you open the way to Rimergan, forging a road of your soul. He accepts the prayers, I assume, and then Winter claims all. The spirit tears itself from you, stepping away even as it manifests a visible form. A soul stands before you, shimmering and indistinct, her sharp elven features fading to nothing at the edges and extremities. And that's her. We saw her before. You recognize her form as that of the armored corpse standing frozen in the temple beyond the portal.
You trespass.
The soul's voice seems to come from everywhere at once. From her, from the air around you, and from within your own mind. Its chill runs down the sides of your neck, a numbness descending from your ears to your shoulders. Vatnir gapes at the phantasm and retreats a step towards the portal. Trespass where, exactly?
Within the dread dominion of Remegand, the realm of the dead.
The figure takes a step closer, and the air grows colder, drier. Frost spreads from her feet.
You retain yourself, your life, your awareness, your soul. How?
What do you mean?
Dissolution attends everything that comes to this place. Such is the nature of the realm. I prove no exception. I spend myself in calling out to Remegand. What remains stands sentinel here, against the worm.
I'm a watcher.
Interesting. And advantageous, I suspect. But relevant? Your presence suggests that Remegand has chosen a new guardian to put the worm to the blade. To succeed where I have failed.
You tried to kill that monster? Do you know what it is?
Before it came here, it was a dragon. What it has become since, exactly, I cannot say. It fell upon our temple wielding powerful wizardry. I believed that it desired the temple itself, or our accumulated lore. I was mistaken.
What was the dragon after?
Rimagund gifted our people with a veed mouth that we might yield to him. Those objects or individuals that persisted beyond their value to the clans.
You should have reread that. That we might yield to him those objects or individuals. Yeah, that's what Rimergand would... Wait, Rimergand wants that? No. Really?
In its desire to dominate the Deadfire, the worm sought to retrieve one or more of the sacrificed relics.
Oh, the dragon is an idiot. Right. Yeah.
Even if it claimed the relics, the fool cannot return. Its body long since destroyed. Still, its soul persists against the power of this place. And I would see it ended.
Yeah, the dragon seemed pretty solid when I fought it outside the temple.
It was but a shadow forged of spirit stuff, by the worm's own will.
As if it's a chanted who can chant up itself?
Huh. Yeah, I need to find the dragon.
Then you must seek it below. Know that the white void will consume you, however. A few souls here cling tenaciously to coherence. Some for as long as centuries. Seek them, if you would know the secrets of their longevity. This place decomposes spirits. Do not be surprised if the souls require repair before rendering you aid. I imagine, though, that the Beast of Winter would prefer you hasten their dissolution.
I imagine the beast would. The beast being the Rimergand. I'm sure he would, yeah. Should probably leave this place. The Deadfire needs me whole in body and soul. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that. I try not to make a habit of doing the gods' work for them.
I could say something to that, but I won't stop you from wishful thinking.
Is it does it dare not? Oh, I see what. Oh, that's kind of a shame actually. So my initial instinct was that Adair was trying to correct me and being like, you sort of do, and because that would be true. He's not saying that though. He's coming. I think this is a line inspired by the pretty tropey, and also not universally applicable to all religions, but still pretty tropey and common attitude that it's all in God's, it's all in God's earth or something. Like everything is doing God's work somehow. There are some religions that do that, or that say that. Notably, Christianism does that. Or, I mean, doesn't canonically say that, I don't think, but people can have that interpretation. It's very common that it's all in God's will and whatnot, and whatnot. And generally, Abrahamic religions have that sort of attitude. But this is not him correcting me. This is him actually. I'm pretty sure this is not him correcting me because of that anti-religious. That's basically him being not liking anti-religious. I think, which is not at all what we're talking about. Although for him it is, because he doesn't have the same understanding of the gods as we do. He just doesn't acknowledge what we have seen, for whatever reason.
Service ain't half the burden you make it out to be, you know.
Shodi. Yeah, this is not. That's not. Yeah, this just confirms what I was saying. This is throwaway lines for a misunderstanding of what exactly it is that we're doing here. It's not service. When you're doing, it's not service. Service requires subservience. It's right there in the name, actually. Not necessarily, I guess. It's complicated, but service, the one she's talking about, is the one of a faithful follower and worshiper of a specific god. Whereas what I'm talking about here is the sort of favor that a friend does to another friend, or a random stranger does to a random stranger. So it's two completely different things, and these lines are throwaway lines. Not throwaway lines, they're non-consequential lines that are not necessarily canonical, and I don't think they were thought out through well enough. Rin Hadder shrugs within her armor.
Go then. This will resolve itself in rhyme and ruin.
Oh! That's what that was for. Heck yeah. Guardian's Plate. Grants entropy guard. Once per rest. Self gets immobilized with a bunch of armor rating, which is actually kind of really shabby. And that's that. That is pretty shabby, isn't it? That looks cool. That looks cool on him, I think. I like it. Hopefully it's going to be better. Was it superb already? I think it was superb already, and then by the time it gets fully upgraded, it's gonna be legendary. We have a void shard over here. This cold black sphere is formed of essence broken down and condensed within the white void. Touching it with bare skin is ill-advised. Licking it more so, because it's cold. Because that's how it works? Sure, that's how it works. I'm not really sure that's how it would work, however. I don't think void is thermally conductive. In fact, I'm pretty sure it isn't. So much so that, like, spaceships cannot use normal air vents. Well, no, they can use the air vents. That's not the issue. You're gonna lose air, but they can't use the normal dissipators that we have on Earth. Those fins that you see in things, computers and whatnot. They use sublimation for which is basically phase change, cooling for cooling things. Spaceships do, specifically because of the void. Although we might be speaking of a different type of void. I mean, admittedly we are. It's magical and godlike, but whatever. A beam of clear, radiant light cuts through the murky expanse of the beyond. The air around it is notably warmer than the rest of this realm. Oh! Okay, let's step away, because I think... Oh, no, that's just, that's the teleport. That's a teleport, I'm pretty sure. Because the other one is not accessible. I was gonna say, I think this is the way out. The source of the illumination is too distant, and the effort of looking hurts your eyes. You suspect the light is something more than it seems, but that could be true of many things in this realm.
Absolutely.
That doesn't mean it's not true for that one. It just means that your Bridge ablaze. The endless queries. What's the other one? The Drowned Kingdom. All of these opened. All of these opened now. Okay, well, let's go through to the endless queries. Or maybe not. Let's read the thing. The portal whispers, sounding at first like the rain, but resolving into the quiet murmuring of lowered voices in a large room. I'm gonna gaze into its depths, into the portal's depths. Beyond its surface, you see the vast pillars of Adra wrapped in the stone arches and copper machinery of the ancient Engwith. Oh, what's the name of this? Endless Queries. I'm gonna step into the portal. Are we going back in time? I hope we are. No, that wouldn't make sense. Why would we go back in time in here? The Endless Queries.
This place looks a lot like the old Ingwithan ruins back home, but like they were just built.
Yeah. The question that I just asked about why would we go back in time is still pertinent, but I think we did go back in time. And of course we have a shackled soul over here, but we're gonna need to deal with her in the next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pillars of Eternity 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.